Roll with it, Nick. This is annoying. God, that picture on the webcam is awful. Anyways.
Ready?
I'm ready, man.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Marvel Multiverse Mayhem, our What If series, because What If is airing. I'm Nick, and as always, I'm joined by
Kyle. Hi, everyone. What's up?
And we're here today to discuss what if Doctor Strange broke his heart and not his hands. Some variation.
Lost his heart.
Not his hands.
And not his hands. Yeah. We keep messing up. These are really long titles. Earlier on the Daily Cup of Genre, which everyone can find at the LRM Online YouTube channel and the Genreverse Podcast Network, brought to you by LRM Online, wherever you get your podcast from. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, I was talking about how long subtitles are getting annoying, like Welcome to Raccoon City, Let There Be Carnage, and The Legend of the Ten Rings. Like,
yeah. It's Indiana Jones titles and Star Wars titles, man.
Yeah. Well, even those, like, nobody says The Empire Strikes Back. They usually say Empire Strikes Back. Like, that's 3 words, but it's real clear and concise. Anyways, yeah, we messed up episode. Last one and this one, and yeah, it doesn't matter. It's he basically fucking deals with heartache instead of body ache.
So he's less. No, I guess he's more of an asshole in the end.
In a way.
So yeah, on this one, we build off the Doctor Strange movie and the what if point of, the Watcher's always talking about that point, except for last week, is when he decides to pick up Christine, not just drive himself.
Picking up my wife, huh?
I thought that one a while before we got on. I'm like, yeah, she has the same.
Oh, did you see what I'm wearing?
Yeah, I did. Doctor Strange. And I just got my Falcon cap. Well, my Captain. This is the Captain America logo now.
Nice.
The Captain America, not Falcon Captain America. But. So yeah, what did you think?
That's like saying that the 70 years of Steve Rogers comics don't exist, but okay.
No, they do, but he's not Captain America in the MCU no more.
Okay, I mean. There you go.
He's the MCU Captain America.
I'll take that.
Who will get his movie?
That is clear and
not a Steve Rogers movie.
That is absolutely clear and concise, and I agree. He is the MCU's Captain America, 100%. And occasionally the Marvel Comics Captain America,
not as
but
often.
Not always.
Yeah, not very often.
Marvel
I find
comics.
In the comics.
Yeah. Anyways, carry on.
So yeah, today is, like I said, it builds off the car accident scene in Doctor Strange. Only instead of breaking his hand, Christine dies in the car accident. And his immediate response. And I should mention right off the bat, I think this is the best voice cast yet. Haven't we gotten everyone who's a character in that movie actually uses their real voice?
Yeah. I will say, McAdams, she's only got one other VA credit, voice actor credit, to her IMDb page at least. It showed. I'm not knocking, I'm not hating on it, but that was the roughest part of the show. I didn't look at Benedict Wong or Tilda Swinton because I thought theirs were fine, but McAdams had kind of that classic overproduction, overacting. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't awful.
I didn't notice
it stuck out.
And of course, Benedict Cumberbatch has done so much,
a lot of it, and it was
whether
smooth.
It's Smog or like a Penguin from the Penguin movies, even though he can't pronounce Penguin. He gets around to those type of movies all the time, like the Illumination,
the Grinch, and which was adorable.
Yeah, of course, he led the Grinch. I love that Grinch.
Loved it. Great, way better than Jim Carrey. As classic in my mind, and we've watched it every year since it came out as the old hand-drawn cartoon that we all remember. So I
watch it every year too since it came out.
And Benedict Wong did good. Tilda Swinton, I thought she did a really, really good job. I did not look up her, because like I said, I was only curious if McAdams had done it because we've mentioned before, this is one of those things, voice acting is one of those things that regular acting does not immediately carry over. So you could be, and the reason why, and I know some some people don't understand quite how things are made, like how movies are shot completely out of order. But voice actors will often record with someone else reading the cue lines. And that's it.
These days, do you have the actual cast?
It's not very often you get whole room recordings. Every now and then you might have a couple of characters that can record together, but it doesn't always happen. Sometimes they'll listen to each other's tracks, but someone's got to lay down the first track.
Yeah.
No matter what the process is for any particular project. So if you don't have practice, it can be really hard. Somebody saying, "I love you, Christine." And she's supposed to, not that someone, I'm sure people give more effort than that, but you know what I'm saying? It's different than working with Benedict Cumberbatch like you did on screen. So it's not me dissing her. It's just, I had to know, had she done it before? And that's why to me, it didn't sound as good, but it's not like a ding like, oh, how dare you? It's like, hey, good. Now you got two voice acting credits. Keep trying if you want to, and if you don't, screw it. Not like you were good at it anyway. No, I'm just animation this time much better, and I really think it was that red hair for her. And I'll have to see what other if we get any other real clear redhead. I know we're gonna get a good Gamora again. I can't remember what her hair looked like. Did we see her in the T'Challa episode?
Not Gamora, no.
I couldn't remember. But yeah, so I don't really remember what other redheads we might see. It might end up just being a Widow thing. I still don't care for the animation, but this was better.
And there was one shot when Wong is walking up to him from behind, where you're like, if I couldn't tell Wong was animated slightly, I would think this is a live action shot. There's just a single shot where because it's mostly the set, and then Doctor Strange is sitting. It's when he offers him tea or something the first time. It's just a shot from behind, and they're both in like the background, and you're like, damn, that's a that's a good shot. And they're still really good at duplicating shots.
They are.
I feel like the car accident's identical every time it happens to the
well, I mean, that's the joys of CGI is being able to literally use the frames all over again.
And then put the
same models. Yeah.
Didn't even think about that.
So that was a plus. They keep getting better and better. I said last week was my favorite and the best yet. Dude, like I might just put that on every review from here on out. Best episode yet, because this was, and again, they're willing, and yes, I am in my pajama pants as we're recording. Look, they're Marvel. As I said last week, dude, if this is what they're willing to show us, what wouldn't they show us with Spidey? And it's body horror, mutant spider stuff is the only things I can imagine them being like, okay, yeah, that's too much. Body horror. They keep
calling Doctor Strange 2 a horror movie, as far as Marvel will let it.
I know. So like,
this almost feels right leading into it, because this is a horror episode.
Yeah. I guess we could kind of talk about the themes of it now. The theme of futility. You know, he finds Christine dies. He lives a life as the Sorcerer Supreme, almost exactly like what we saw in the movie, but in the end, he decides to go against time. I almost thought we were going to get a Loki tie-in, and we didn't. It was very, very magic based, even though it dealt with universes and timelines. You like how they kind of slid that in there, how you could have two universes in this one timeline, if you will, and
two Stranges at least.
Yeah, and it was fun to play around with things and how he split people, and I dug it. The idea of Christine's death being a solid point in time, you start wondering what that potentially means for the rest of the MCU. Is that a cheap way of explaining the Soul Stone? Because I always just took it as in that's a sacrifice that is like a soul for us, not a life, a soul. Like Widow doesn't even get to hang out in the afterlife in my head canon. She's gone, like erased, right? That's just my head canon. But this dealt with that idea that if Christine Palmer doesn't die, then you don't defeat Dormammu. Strange going for all the power, absorbing all the creatures and demons, and we'll talk about some of those devil images, huh? And some of those cloaks and Dormammu and Mephisto and the tentacles, Shuma Gorath,
which we've seen before.
With Carter, yeah, dude.
I think it's definitely going to happen in Doctor Strange too.
Yeah,
whatever he's calling him. They're teasing it too much. Unless it's just for the show, he's like an overarching being.
I kept waiting on the turn. When is Strange going to get his head out of his ass? And it never happened. He never, until it's too late, does he get his head out of his ass.
I did like that. It reminds me of like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. You know, those kid books. There's like one where it's like, oh, she finds out she dies in a plane accident, so she gets her family to drive instead, and the airplane crashes into their car. You know, so like just like with her, it's like even if he doesn't pick her up, there's like a terrorist attack that blows her to smithereens. So it's destiny.
Yeah.
And then of course our normal Doctor Strange just tries the easy trick each time he shows up with the necklace with the Eye of Agamotto, and he shows up and he tries to change it. And then once he realizes that doesn't work, at least one of them, because there happen to be two Doctor Stranges, goes full darkness, tries to control the creature that we saw traveling between
the
dimensions.
One that we are calling only for imagery's sake in comics canon, similar to Shuma Gorath or Shimu Gorath, something like that. But yeah, it's a tentacle creature right now. We have not seen an eye of any sort.
Just like Captain Carter, he loses a few limbs. He, she, whatever it is. That's pretty creepy. Doctor Strange is conjuring all these animals because he can't use them, but he's like absorbing. So like a devil-looking motherfucker, like lizards.
Yep.
The first one was like a lawn gnome.
Yes, the gnome.
So there's still humor in there, but like, yeah. And then he goes full dark to a point where the universe is falling apart, and the younger Doctor Strange realizes there's two of them, thanks to Tilda Swinton. And then he has to kind of take on himself, and the other Doctor Strange, all he's missing is the original Doctor Strange. He needs to consume him because they need their magic together to bring back Christine. And evil Doctor Strange wins, but the world comes to an end, and the Watcher, it's the first time we've heard the Watcher talk with anyone. In fact, he even says a line where he's like, "I've sensed your presence." So and I've read about your kind, and I've sensed your presence. And he actually begs the Watcher to get involved once it's like far too late. And the Watcher's like, "Sorry, I don't do that shit.
Out of my hands.
Just did this."
Out of my hands. Yeah, he does.
It's the first time he's been addressed. Like,
I almost thought for a moment, somehow, some way, because of the way the when he forms the crystalline structure to protect him and Christine, or try to. It looks like a purple stone. I was like, did he just become the Power Stone? Like,
yeah, that's what I thought. As the stone gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah, they didn't do that.
It's just like what's left of that dimension is floating around and nothing.
Just him floating there.
Him and probably all the way dead Christine again, because she.
Oh yeah, she had faded away.
She's falling apart, Thanos style, only slower, which is what he caused among the world.
Yeah.
So. Again, it's just like watching the No Way Home trailer. It's like Doctor Strange still fucks around with shit. Even if this is before Infinity War, but he's not afraid to fuck around with shit to help himself, or apparently help Peter Parker. So
it's gonna be hard to show the proper growth, and I know there's a lot of theories out there, and I don't want to drop away from this what if episode yet, but. Theories about whether or not the Strange we see in the trailer is under a spell or someone else in disguise. I don't know what to buy in with those
I think he's
theories.
just being cocky. I think even you talked me into that.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of cocky. He's like he said, we saved half the universe, you know? You don't
Together.
have to call me sir. Like I think he thinks the majority of shit is over.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
he's the Sorcerer
saying?
Supreme at that point, where he's like,
Yeah,
"Fuck it, like I'm the one in charge." Even
exactly. He's
even
confident
after she dies, like he doesn't even really try it until the Ancient One dies.
Mm-hmm.
Also, so it's like after she's dead, he's like, "Well,
yeah.
now that I'm the Sorcerer Supreme, why don't I do all this shit? I'm not supposed to."
Yeah, and not only that, but in this upcoming movie, you know, seeing him back at he's like at the top of this game now. You know, he was the top of the medical game, and he kind of had lost his way, and his ego was too big. Maybe we'll see something like that on the magical doctor's side. Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, dude, I want to kind of dig into some of those Easter eggs on the other side of our break. Does that sound like a plan?
It sounds like a plan.
All right, let's take a word from our sponsors over at Grow Generation.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. The Grow Generation commercial team is armed with industry-leading professional consultants. Grow Generation's team will help you fully manage any size or scale project. They offer turnkey facility designs, cultivation room design, and on-site project consultation. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
Nick, I was, I mentioned the Easter eggs and stuff like that. I'm sure everyone's favorite psychotic breakdowner, Eric Voss over at New Rockstars. Dude, even people are now doing reaction videos to his breakdown. It's crazy.
This is a step too far.
But it's cool. It's cool. I'm sure he'll find more things. I don't care to go. I like watching his videos, but me personally, I don't have the patience to go frame by frame like that. But there were a few things that I noticed. A lot of callbacks to past MCU, specifically Doctor Strange stuff. The biggest one though was that very, very obvious kind of amalgamation of Mephisto, Devil style, and Strange when he's absorbing shit, dude. Complete with a very, very dark and twisted wardrobe, and then a more comic-like Dormammu set of fire powers, and
you see Dormammu in this, and he looks great.
Well, not just that. I'm talking like comic Dormammu.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you like Strange when he's absorbing people. There's a moment. There's time when he's fighting the other Strange. The fire powers he uses are very similar to what you see Dormammu use in the comics.
To kill Strange. Oh, in the comic.
No, yeah, in the comics, fire, not like cosmic energy. But dude, that Mephisto thing again. I'm telling you, and you and I before. And during and after, keeping expectations tempered. I don't know, man. That was pretty clear. That was, I don't know. What do you think? You saw the devil guy, right?
Yeah, I did. I'm so afraid to talk about his name too often.
Why? They used so much, and
we've
you and I
overused
were
it every
always
other
saying,
show. We've always discussed it.
You and I were always saying that it's like, look, he might show up, maybe a name drop, but it's not his time yet to be the focus. Baddie. We thought he would be revealed to be a big baddie, but I keep saying it's just because the only reason I like it as a theory is they've just used too much with him, that not using him almost seems like a disservice to anyone that's ever written him, even including these stories, because they use him for very specific reasons. So anyways, what other cool things did you notice during the episode? Anything?
I didn't catch on really many Easter eggs, just because I usually watch those videos too a little bit to get an idea or two, but I just finished like 5 minutes ago. Well, 5 minutes before this podcast started. It's been a rough day.
Slacker? No, it's all right, man. I get that way too sometimes. We're literally, I'm writing notes and like bringing my notepad upstairs as I'm about to record sometimes. So
I will say, it's not as an insult, but this definitely felt like a strange, like Saturday morning cartoon. Darker, but like the idea of like it's using the Doctor Strange theme. There's not really any references to other Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Like in the story itself.
True.
Like,
I agree.
We don't hear about anyone.
No.
This is all in the strange world, just like the movie is.
Mm-hmm. I definitely do think that this gives us a clear indication that these stories are going to be connected, and that there is a grander, maybe not like a clear story narrative, but there is a grander plan. I think Mr. Tentacle Monster, Mr. Hentai, or Miss, or neither. Tentacle creatures are they're tentacle creatures.
Yeah.
I think that showing up again is a clue that there's connective tissue here besides just saying there is. Dude, what'd you think about the Watchers just straight up no?
I loved it.
I will not help you. Like, that was so cool, right?
Yeah, like I said, it was really cool for him to actually. This is the first time we've seen more and more from each episode. It feels like in the background when these like last week we had him in the background when Coulson was like driving to New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a shot like that in the week before that also. But yeah, this is the first time he's communicated with any of the characters we know. And yeah, I like the idea that he's like I said earlier, Strange has researched Watchers, and he's like, I felt your presence. I
felt you. I heard you. He hears him that one
That's
time.
That's right.
And he's like, hey,
into like
who's
little stars or something.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll drop his name. Hi, Harry. Right? Harry, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Harry Osborn.
I wonder if they'll ever name drop him as Uatu. I wonder.
I will think they will eventually. He doesn't even even say that. No, in the trailer he just says, "I am the Watcher."
Yeah, just the Watcher.
But technically, for people who know the comics, what's his name again?
Uatu is how I always
assigned to
like
Earth.
Yeah.
I don't know if our sector or just our planet or
whatever, but he's
he's our Green Lantern in the area, but he just watches. He doesn't fuck with shit. Usually. I thought that might be the first one since he showed up that he would fuck with shit. But
this completely went against my expectations, dude. Like, legit, I don't even know what to expect next. I had an idea of what I thought the show would be, and the first episode kind of confirmed it, and I was okay with it. But then the second episode went in a completely different direction, more of what I was actually hoping for. And then third episode not only delivered on that, but also gave me things I didn't even know I wanted. So, but best episode yet.
I still like
yet.
the second best because it still deviates the most, and I think it requires the least amount of pre-knowledge for like this. You definitely have to see Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
This. You definitely have to see Captain Carter. It helps if you've seen Phase 1.
I would
entirety
say
for last week's.
I'll agree for episodes 1 and 3. I think 2 and 4 are fairly, because you get the idea he loves her. You know that he learns, man. Like I think it's pretty self-contained. But yeah, I agree with you on the other to 100%. So yeah,
this would probably be my second favorite. I would say.
Nah, it's my put it this way. I texted Brian Brantley from Pulp Mythos on YouTube. Be sure to check him out. But he also helps us out with Anime-Versal reviews and some other stuff. And he didn't care for the first episode. It wasn't like it was awful. It just he's busy. He's got his own YouTube channel and shit, right? And job. And I was like, dude, you need to give it a try. That's give it a try again, because that's two weeks in a row, and this one is did Harry just smack at you?
No, he sneezed.
Oh, okay. I just saw I heard the like, and then I see you looking, and he's like, what, bitch? Because cats will do that sometimes. You're just chilling there, and they're like, what? Because I felt like it. Anyways, he said that I said, you know, you got to check it out. It's really dark. It's amazing. I said it's amazing. It's 2 weeks in a row. Good stuff. And then he watched it before he went into work. Immediately texted me. He's like, "Oh my god, I that was so good," and texted me like halfway through the day. I can't stop thinking about that episode. It's such a mind fuck, dude. It ends so, like I said, I kept waiting for the good moment.
I stay for a post-credit sequence just in case on this one. I know one of the episodes has it. It's probably the last episode, but you never know based on the other series. So I sat to make sure. I'm like, this week might be the week with a cliffhanger. Besides, so this one almost feels like the least of a cliffhanger out of all the shows.
Yeah,
because for all you know, he's just floating in that gem forever. Yeah. Yes, it's not like Loki just took over New York or
and he still might become a stone of some sort because it was very, very similar to the Power Stone, right?
I definitely thought about that for a moment. I wish we'd reached the part where we don't need to talk about the Infinity Stones anymore. We need this new phase. Talk about the blip and the decimation, but let's stop assuming. Like with Loki, we never said this. People early on were assuming each episode had a color scheme that matched one of the stones. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, they're on a purple planet for one. But really, I think that's even more of a clue towards who's at the very end of the universe being on a purple planet. It's not like, you know, just like we thought the commercials could be Infinity Stones for a while.
Yeah, and
references.
I will say, I do not believe it is the Infinity Stone. Here we go.
Might just be a tiny little reality.
Yeah, it's just its own little reality. Because these are cracks in my mind. I thought it was like the hexagonal, whatever pattern, but it's not. It's like cracks. It looks like. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Anyways,
I don't think it would make much sense to go in that.
No, that's what I was saying.
Marvel could pull it off and be like, "Here's how we did it." And it's like,
yeah, I thought, but again, it wouldn't make sense, and I didn't. It wasn't until you said it's still floating out there that I was like, wait, maybe but no, definitely
seems to be that entire universe is just strange.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's just his crystal. Yep, it's just his crystal. Now, could someone find him one day?
Grab him?
Who knows, man?
That final episode we're guessing might be a team up. I still think he might be grabbed to be Doctor Strange, even though he's more evil. In fact, maybe he's learned his lesson.
Well, he does have the regular Strange in him now, so
yeah,
that's a lot of power.
A lot more power, and you'd think he's learned his lesson to a point.
Maybe
if he got grabbed out by the Watcher, he might really see that as a second chance being put on the Avengers in the last episode.
And that's a good theory, Nick. I like that, man. I could see that. I could see that easily, dude. No joke. Yeah, good job.
We'll see.
We shall
more speculation.
See. How do you feel about and I don't want to give away too many Spider-Man spoilers that you and I mostly will say all but no, but JB Smoove accidentally gave some big information out.
No, I don't think he did. No, JB Smoove doesn't give a shit. He probably didn't even hear them right. Where it's like, which one would you love to see? And he'd be like, oh, I love Tobey Maguire. You know, like I don't even think he'd be privy to that, the way they divide up Marvel scripts.
Well, they said that you worked with.
Yeah, but I don't even think he heard the question all the way.
Maybe,
he's JB Smoove. He's I don't know. He was just like, oh, you know, he's just throwing out shit. Like he's a comedian where he's like, oh, I love Tobey Maguire. Like I don't think I don't trust his. Well, there are a lot of reasons we think Tobey Maguire's in the movie. JB Smoove is not one of the sources I would trust because I don't think he's been on. There's no way he's been on set with Tobey Maguire, and I doubt in this pages of the script.
Why wouldn't he be on script with Maguire? Hell,
he said them fighting. I don't know.
He's
just a teacher.
Yeah,
even if he's on set with a scene that's gonna have Tobey Maguire, there's no way they're shooting at the same time. It sounds like they've been shooting the Andrew Garfield and the Tobey Maguire stuff.
What if
way more secretive than?
What if the Peters are like changing bodies or some shit, and he has to interact with them on set, but it's supposed to be Tom Holland or I don't know. No. Point being is he did give up alleged information. The only reason I bring it up is because everyone, of course, makes fun of Holland and Ruffalo for giving up secrets during Infinity War and Endgame. I just kind of thought wanted to know what you thought about how smooth the questioner, the interviewer was by just not even playing it up, just ask it as if it's just common knowledge.
Yeah, I still don't think JB Smoove knows what he's talking about. I don't think he's intentionally lying either. He's just like, oh yeah, that'd be sweet. See Tobey Maguire. I don't know.
I don't know.
You rewatch it and you watch him closely. It's like he's half listening to the question on like a red carpet.
I do know that those interviews are very, very loud, very fast. I've only partooken in one lineup interview thing like that at a convention in New York. But yeah, dude, it's.
If any other actor said it besides him, I would be more inclined to believe it, just because of the kind of guy JB Smoove is. Like, I think he would give up false information if just they asked him. He'd be like, "Is Mephisto in this movie?" "Oh yeah, dude, I love that devil-looking motherfucker." You know, it's not like I don't think he's the source to go to on like. Yeah, I don't know. I felt that it fit him. Not being the truth when he was just the way he was just answering it so quickly and like almost like he didn't even hear the question all the way.
I don't know, man. You know that they don't necessarily read, all the reports and stuff. Maybe he's just seen enough tweets about it that he thinks it is common knowledge and was just. I don't know. I thought it was interesting just how it possibly. Allegedly slipped by.
I don't think at this point it's not possible that they're in the movie, but I still hope they're not in the movie. But I don't see why Marvel wouldn't. But still, even more so than Spider-Verse, where it's Miles' movie, this has to be Tom Holland's movie. Yes. So they're not going to get Spider-Verse screen time. Absolutely not.
They should.
Especially when the villain. Well, I assume will all get more screen time.
I hope.
Than Toby or Andy. Yeah,
and that kind of brings me to the last thing I have. To kind of touch on this wonderful Marvel Multiverse Mayhem episode on Thursday in September. Also, my wife and I are doing 2 months of Halloween. We decorated the day you and I are recording this, and
nice.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck the jolly fat man. He's always invading shit. Like, no, Halloween, bitches. What was I gonna say? Do you remember 5-6 years ago? Hashtag give the rights back to Marvel. Hashtag return to Marvel. Hashtag give Spidey back to Marvel. Give X-Men back to Marvel. Then why the fuck does everyone want some god-awful Sony or Fox character to come back to their fucking movies, dude? Why? If you hated it 6 years ago, why all of a sudden do you want to see the exact same character with all the baggage that comes with that fucked up Fox universe, especially? Why do people want that?
I don't think anyone wants it in the long term. Like, we don't want to bring over an X-Men actor that's in more than one movie unless it's like Wolverine and Doctor Strange 2.
Even that is awful in my mind.
But
because of all the baggage with the franchise, not just him, but everything comes with it.
But I think it's, I don't know. So there are a lot, surprisingly, there are a lot of Andrew Garfield fans. I'm obviously one of the many Tobey Maguire fans. But I don't know. We'll see on that too. I really think they'll have I hope they have small roles, and I hope it's not overstuffed like Spider-Man 3 or Amazing Spider-Man 2, which killed those franchises. So
Marvel knows how to do that themselves, though. Civil War, Infinity, fucking Ultron to forward.
Yeah, they can balance it. It's just, I hope so. Charlie Cox today did confirm that is not his arm in the shot. He's like, that's not I can confirm that's just not my arm in the shot. Because there's that rumor going around. So that he could also be lying because no one's supposed to know he's in the movie yet. That's also not official. But
yeah, I don't know, man. I will say I'm getting tired of the leaks. I know I'm in this business, but it wasn't this bad 3 years ago.
It's always been this bad, I feel. Marvel even makes fake scenes in their trailer.
It hasn't been that. No, it hasn't been this bad for like confirmed leaks, like legit shit is known. It is not been this bad in the last 3 years. It's interesting. We'll see. There have been spurts and certain movies that have had entire leaks and stuff, scripts and whatnot, but this much stuff about this many projects, it's a little kind of sucks. Only because people have more outlets to share them, and they don't have a filter. Mm-hmm. And there's no way to filter leaks without filtering all news on a subject through things like Twitter word filters and whatnot. So it's like you could create a temporary one, like once the reviews and stuff hit, but it's hard for us to mute something without losing access to the to the legit news stuff, you know. Anyways, what else you got to say? Marvel based today, Nick. Before you make this,
I got my Shang-Chi tickets.
Ooh, you did
tonight. Well, the day this comes out tonight. So
nice. Excited?
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm watching it so we can cover it immediately on Breaking Geek Radio, the podcast, on Friday, and then we'll have to decide if we're doing 2 episodes next week or just shoving Shang-Chi and What If together. So
yeah, I'm down for whatever, Nick. You tell me. I kind of like doing things the way we're doing them now. A lot more, character story themes. The Cantina method served its purpose, but I think that method is gone.
Yeah.
Dude, we did 122 straight hours, 24/7. That's 5 days of streaming the Cantina Reviews playlist basically on our YouTube channel. And I am now starting to work on the daunting task of creating a playlist of LRM Ranks It.
Oh yeah, the good old
days. The very first LRM video series.
Mm-hmm.
You and I ranking Spider-Man movies.
Yep, that was the first one.
Yeah. So maybe two weeks, because I got to re-render several videos. Several things were audio only, because we didn't get any traction with the videos until I was just like, no. Fucking, I'm going to put videos out until you guys start watching them, which you are. Thank you so much. Please do continue to, even if it is only to hate my guts. I appreciate your hate.
Mine.
Yeah. Well, nobody hates Nick. Nick's a nice guy. I'm the asshole. What was I saying? So yeah, I'm going to try to get that. It'll be a 24/7 stream of me, Nick, Jammer, Christine, Brian, ranking stuff. Lots of stuff. I don't even know how many episodes there are. A lot. So yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah, and that's going to be all of those past episodes are already split between YouTube and our podcast network, the Genreverse Podcast Network, brought to you by LRMonline.com. You just search LRM Online Podcast, Genreverse Podcast. You'll find us. And of course, we have our YouTube channel, like I mentioned. And please do subscribe and follow on the appropriate apps. It really helps us out with the algorithm, which gets us more views and all of that, more money, ads. Basically, we can give you guys more shit for free. I like that. I don't want to have to charge you for shit, because who wants to pay for shit? And all I can deliver to you is shit. Anyways, so check all of that out. Please do follow us on Twitter at LRM_exclusive. Nick and I have our information on the screen in front of you in the description boxes below. If you click on it, it'll be really easy to follow us. So please do that. Yeah, Nick, talk about Breaking Geek again. I know you just said Shang-Chi. You guys doing anything else for the week or just that?
We do news and then the movie of the week. I'm sure part of the news will be sad news that I heard today that Top Gun Maverick got pushed to next May, which pushes Mission Impossible 7 to next September, so it's a full year away again. So we'll see what other moves happen at other studios. Maybe that's something we'll be discussing on Breaking Geek too, depending on what else gets pushed.
I'll say this the latest poster for Venom 2 does say exclusively in theaters, or only in theaters, October 15th. And that came out today. Manny and I talked about it on the Daily Cup of Genre. You guys can check that out at that wonderful YouTube channel and stuff off LRMonline.com every day for all of your news, needs, and opinions. Nick, say it.
Well, first I do want to shout out to one of my best friends and one of our listeners, Chris. I love you, buddy. I know it's been a really, really tough week for you, and I'm actually going to see you after recording this, but you'll hear this later. So
have a good day, Nick. Chris,
yeah.
It's unfortunate you have to hang out with
all the best for you,
Nick.
Chris. Yeah. And with that, Excelsior.
Enough said.